Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. And today's second topic, what will ESPN do? So here's my thing, right? One of the biggest names that are available right now that has just pretty much been bought out of his contract that a lot of people are speaking on is Shannon Sharpe. And Shannon Sharpe has been playing his cards very close to his vest. But I'm here to throw some cold water on the idea that Shannon Sharpe goes to ESPN. Look, I could be 100% wrong, but I don't see him going there, and I don't see ESPN giving him what he wants to go there. Two things. Matter of fact, three things. One, Shannon Sharpe is not going to let them work him into the ground like they do all of their higher paid people. Stephen A. Smith works from morning till dusk and then will show up even for midnight games. You know when the NBA is running late, if it's a big game, it's like they call him, ring, ring, ring. Hello. Hey. They went triple overtime in an NBA game and somebody just scored 70 points. Be up. And he'll just wake up, he'll cover it, and be on. That's not what Shannon Sharpe is going to do. You know who makes fun of him all the time about it? Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley said, I'd never work for ESPN because you ain't going to work me like no dog. Like, bro, I asked this one time, when does Stephen A. sleep? Think about it. At one time, Stephen A. was on ESPN from Sunday to Sunday on something. It was NBA Countdown. You remember he was doing that stuff. His late night show, First Take. He was even showing up to UFC. That's not Shannon Sharpe. He'll tell them straight up, your mama. But no, for real though, I don't see him doing that. Number two, Disney, who is the parent company of ESPN, has been going through some financial difficulties. They've overstretched themselves throughout their portfolio. To get the on-screen talent, they're cutting back some to help pay and also cut down the cost of operating ESPN. So they already got a big acquisition in a Pat McAfee, right? But on top of having to pay him that exuberant amount of money, right? Okay, they also cut down what the costs are going to be for each show, meaning less shows, less costs, meaning less production crew, less makeup crew, less a lot of stuff. And these people on air are making like $1 million a year. Some of them $2 million a year. Some of them $3 million a year. You remember when I forgot her name. She was an African-American lady when she had went through her problems with ESPN and she had left and they saw the buyout of her contract for 3 years. It was like $6 or $7 million. She was making almost like $2 million a year. They make buco money. So, I mean, I'm not saying they're rich, but some of them, a lot of these heads once, like a Jalen Rose who's been there forever, he's making at least $2 million a year on ESPN. All of that money pulled together will encompass Pat McAfee, and check it, they don't have to do nothing for him. He has his own production crew, everything. They're just porting him to say you're going to be on ESPN. But all of the other stuff, he already pays for all of that. He got all that covered. So they don't got to worry about that when it comes to him, right? And number three, why I don't think Shannon Sharpe ends up on ESPN, it's kind of along the lines I'm saying before. Shannon has shown himself to be an amazing sparring partner with somebody. So you know as a business that his greatest asset is being opposite of somebody. Who would be his opposite on ESPN? And if anybody comes on here and says Stephen A. Smith, you know you're lying. Get that out of here. Like, seriously. He's not going to be opposite Stephen A. Who can you honestly say can be opposite of a Shannon Sharpe? you would have to do a whole bunch of trying to find people, unless you want to give him his own show. And listen, I don't think that they would go that way, because it's like they're trying to save money. You would be investing into a product that you don't know could work. Because just like how that's been the problem with Stephen A. Smith. They put Stephen A. Smith in a whole bunch of stuff, but his strong point is when he's debating. So you remember after Skip Bayless left, they gave him the free reign to try a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff with him failed because his strong point was sitting across from somebody and arguing. And not everybody has the ability to one-man a show strictly off of charisma. Not a lot of people can do that. And some people, like I've been told before that that's my strong point, right? But then at the same time, people say that my weakness could be working next to somebody because it would have to be such an immaculate balance. You get where I'm coming from? So everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. And that is probably looking like business-wise this is. But if you're already paying Stephen A., you got Greeny, right? Who's getting paid buco money. You got the NFL covering crew. What's his name? Oh my God. I forgot his name. But you got a whole bunch of NFL people that are covering that are making buco money now. They're actually promoting Mina Kimes, right? There's only so much money. I don't see Shannon Sharpe getting what he wants out of ESPN. Now, could I be wrong? Yes. Could they put him in a slot where, it's like a weird, like late night slot and it's just like Shay, Club Shay, and every day he's interviewing another athlete, or every week he's interviewing another athlete? Maybe. But I don't see that being an everyday thing. Could he truly interview a new athlete every single day? You get where I'm coming from? That's what Club Shay is. Interviewing entertainers, interviewing athletes. The list of the amount of entertainers and athletes that would have to come out every single day would be astronomical. So I don't see that happening for them. So, I like Shannon Sharpe. I think he's great. But where he shined brightest was being the arch rival to a Skip Bayless. And I keep trying to tell people this. For all of the hoopla around Skip Bayless, people love to hate Skip. He is a true worthy adversary as a villain for the consumer or masses thereof. For me, for us. You get where I'm coming from? Like, a lot of people say, I love to hate Skip Bayless. And what happens is, if he can find a worthy adversary to go against him, then that person will be propped up because they're the hero in the story. That's what Shannon Sharpe was. So I don't know what they're going to do. It could work. It might not work. I'm just saying, for my 2 cents, I could probably see Shannon going somewhere else that might pay him money. But once again, it's like the Stephen A. Smith effect, or even the Skip Bayless effect, right? Skip Bayless has been debating for years. He has his own Skip Bayless show now. Skip Bayless show is blah. It's not good. It's not great. I wouldn't even say it's even good. It's just average. The same thing with the Stephen A. Smith show. It's average. It's average. At least with Shay, Club Shay, he's talking. He's like interviewing. This is where it could be crazy if they turned Club Shay into the ESPN version of the Tonight Show. But once again, that would be a heavy production. You gotta come from, they're firing people to save money. They're not trying to rehire a whole bunch of people to give them more money. And Shannon Sharpe, and look, that would be an amazing idea. Turn Club Shay into the ESPN version of the Tonight Show. I promise you, that's going to get love from everybody. If y'all see this, tell Shannon Sharpe, there goes my idea. If he likes it, just break me off a little piece of that Kit Kat bar and we good. You know what I'm saying? But that would be a great thing, right? But once again, it's all about leverage, timing, and it being actually feasible. It has to make sense, figuratively and literally. It has to be able to make money. I think a Club Shay that's turned into like the Tonight Show could do it. Every night or every other night, he's coming on with a different guest, talking to them and everything else, laughing it up. You know what I mean? That could be a great thing for him, especially with the drinking. See, then that's why it would need to be late night, because, they drink and stuff like that on his platform, almost like they do Drink Champs. You know what I mean? But tell me what y'all think. Do you actually think Shannon Sharpe is going to end up on ESPN? Because Nitro does not think so. Retweet, whatever, break the video up. Let's see what's really going through this man's head. You feel me? But once again, that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you all for watching. Y'all know how we do it. We have fun and we laugh over here, but everything we talk about is rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments, guys. Just please be respectful. I know that sometimes we're going to disagree and stuff like that, but please be respectful to me and other people also, and I'll be forever grateful. And if you would like to donate to this channel to help it grow, at the bottom of the screen is a QR code to a Cash App. That's how we do all donations. You can find the Cash App in the description of every video that we do, and the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Also available is the Patreon. You want extra access, behind the scenes, sweepstakes, you want fantasy football, all those stuff. That's how you do it. So go in there and get the Patreon. You can find in the description of every video that we do also. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This show is Nitro signing off, and as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.